welcome everyone to AARP Wyoming's 2026 Video Voter Guide Series. I'm Tom Laycock with AARP Wyoming, and today we're joined by Meagan Herrington, who's running for the Wyoming Legislature in the Senate District 5, located in Laramie County. AARP has a proud 40-year history of nonpartisan voter engagement and does not endorse or oppose candidates, nor does AARP make contributions to campaigns or candidates at any level. Instead, we ask questions so our members understand where the candidates sit on important issues and can make their own decisions on Election Day. Today, I'll ask Ms. Herrington 3 questions, allowing for a 1-minute and 30-second response to each. Then we'll give her 2 minutes to deliver her pitch to the voters of Senate District 5. So, Ms. Herrington, thanks for joining us. Our first question is this. Recent AARP survey data suggests 80% of older adults wish to age in their homes and communities as they get older. If elected, what would you do to ensure older Wyoming residents can stay in their homes and communities as long as they want?
So this one is actually a very personal one for myself. I have been going through some of this situation with family members. So one of the things that we have noticed as a family is that the affordability of being able to have in-home care isn't necessarily always affordable or as attainable as it should be. So being able to have those options where you can have someone come in or you can utilize telehealth more for those situations. Also being able to encourage families that are in these situations to be able to help take care of their loved ones. So if you have a parent or a grandparent who is older and needs care and wants to stay in the home, then you being able to have making it so we have the ability to take care of them instead of having to put them into a facility and them not have that same relationship with those people and be in those familiar areas that help, in my opinion, help keep them with us longer and healthier longer.
Thank you. Our second question. AARP Wyoming's 2023 Vital Voices survey and our 2025 member survey shows us that our members are seeking candidates who will help protect them from fraud and scams. In recent years, we've seen scammers evolve using crypto ATMs and deed fraud to separate Wyomingites from their cash. How would you work to protect older adults from fraud and scams?
So I have been involved in the cybersecurity realm for several years now. I am actually on the board for Cyber Wyoming, and I've worked with them as they've been working through their programs to make sure that there's stuff out there that helps educate everybody. And we also have stuff out there that's specific to the elder population. I know there's groups also here in Cheyenne that are working to do more education-based things. I think these groups need support and the ability to reach more of an audience and be able to teach the people who are helping their elders as well. So that way they can help make sure that the settings are set up on computers or make sure they have bank account settings set up that protect them, make sure that their phone settings or their email settings, everything is set up in a way that helps prevent the fraud and has kind of a backdoor option to verify everything instead of if something bad happens, they have no alternative.
Okay, well, our third and final question today is this. We know Wyoming residents are concerned about rising property taxes. While property taxes can be burdensome for some, they also fund critical state and local services. These services include local transportation, home-delivered meals, and home health services that keep older adults aging in place. If elected, how would you balance the need for relief with ensuring critical services are in place?
So one of the main things I would love to do is to be able to have everybody that has a stake in this situation be able to sit down or have representation for all of the stakeholders in the situation, sit down and talk and actually figure out what is best for everybody across the board. We don't want everyone to be priced out of their homes. We want them to be able to stay in their homes. That encourages people to be able to live in Wyoming and thrive in Wyoming, no matter what the age is. So being able to figure out a way that we don't have price gouging on property taxes, but also we don't lose the services that we need to survive as a community, is a vital thing to figure out as soon as possible. And I think if we can have experts weigh in that are part of all of this, it will help give us the correct guidance instead of just guessing or doing something and then dealing with the consequences later.
Well, thank you for taking the time to answer our questions. Now let's give you 2 minutes to explain to the voters of Senate District 5 why you believe you're the person to represent that district.
So I come from a construction background. I am not a politician. My opinion is that we need to support our local voices and our local businesses. Without either of those, our community can't succeed or thrive. I also want to make sure that we're protecting the Wyoming that everyone loves and wants protected, making sure that we can protect and also grow is a huge problem right now that I feel like if we can do, there's a way we can do both instead of focusing on one or the other, working together and making sure that everybody who wants their voice heard is heard and listened to. And then we support our local economy, we support our local businesses, make sure that when we're bringing in other businesses that they understand the importance of our local community and interacting with the locals to make sure they build that relationship. One of the ways that we could do that is to encourage local businesses being hired if there's an out-of-state company coming in, incentivize them to utilize local, and then making sure that there's constant communication across the board. That is one thing that I definitely have heard is lacking, is a communication and people feeling like they're heard and they're valued. So I want to make sure that every voice is heard and everyone feels valued. And that way we can fight for Wyoming on all fronts.
Well, thank you very much for your time today, Ms. Herrington, and thank you to our viewers for joining us for this video voter guide. We encourage you to keep checking Cowboy State Daily and AARP Wyoming's Facebook page for more voter guides in the days to come.